Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're covering the French/Korean animated superhero series Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Set in modern-day Paris, teenagers Marinette, Dupain-Cheng, and Adrien Agreste transform into the superheroes Ladybug and Cat Noir when evil arises. The two work together to protect Paris from the mysterious villain Hawk Moth, who isn't really mysterious. We should call him the psychotic villain, Hawk Moth.
Right? It's like at this point we know
no
who you are.
one's mysterious in here.
No, but they don't have enough brain cells to figure out who's who, so...
Like Superman.
Right? So yeah, whenever Hawk Moth's around, prepare for trouble.
And make it double.
Also, before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on Paws Podcast.
Absolutely.
Now,
So, if you are a fan of this show, we are so happy you're joining us today because we absolutely love and adore Miraculous.
Yeah. Because, as you know, this show was pretty well known long before we even watched it.
Right.
Because people were making art and videos and
saw a lot of
tributes
it
and
on
stuff.
Tumblr,
Yeah, there and YouTube and Twitter and stuff. It was all over the place. Everyone wondered, okay, what is it about this show that people like? Okay, one was superheroes. Like, okay, that's one. And that's all I needed to really, try it. So...
And then the artwork, when you saw them and you saw the little outfits they had on and the little poses, I'm like, what is this? Okay, we got to see what this is.
Is this a parody or something? Like, sort of.
But it was pleasantly fun and lighthearted, and in the first two seasons had sweet innocence about it.
Right? And then you also found out that the first season was written in like 3 months. Mm-hmm. So that kind of explains why, if you have seen the show in the first season, why it seems kind of stilted. That's why they kind of rushed out episodes. So there's like 26 episodes. Only 2 are dedicated to plot for like an origin, like how they got the powers, and then the rest are sort of like villain of the week, where someone gets akumatized and then they gotta save them, just keep them destroying Paris, and then save the day, and then you do that for the next 23 episodes. It's like, oh gosh!
But it was still fun.
Right.
I mean, it had enough appeal and enough elements that made it fun and made you want to continue watching it, the entire series.
Right. And remember, it went on break for a long time.
Yes.
It was like maybe a year or two, because it originally aired on Nickelodeon. Mm-hmm. And then, I believe, Disney bought it. They say they just have reruns on Disney Channel. But no, Disney has bought it because now their name comes up when you watch the intro, and then when they've changed to seasons 2 and 3.
Absolutely.
And there's also, with the change of that, there was also a change in how the episodes were handled. You were still getting the villains of the week, but then they actually started getting more serious in terms of the story.
Right.
The whole thing was that Hawk Moth wants their miraculous
Miraculous eye.
Miraculous, which it changes every episode, so you don't know what it is. But he wants them so he can make a wish, and you'll find out later why he wants to do that. Mm-hmm. And the thing about season 1 is that he was never close to getting it, no matter who he akumatized, because one person at a time can only get mad in Paris, which means everybody should be really positive when you think about it. And when they get to season 2, he always said, I will get those miraculous one day. It was the same thing every time. Yes. But with season 2, he actually did start getting close to getting the miraculous. And it was starting to get intense. It was actually more of a serious thing, because there were a lot of times when the bad guys were actually like this close to winning.
Yes.
And that was actually what started making it really interesting. It wasn't just, they're going to lose or something. There were times where one even got them.
And I think in the first season, and this is one time that it is really canon and part of the story, most of it was about the ship between Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Yeah.
That's what the whole story was in the beginning, was pretty much the ship.
Right.
Oh, but I like him. But no, I can't like you because I like him.
Oh, gosh!
I like her. It's like it's the same freaking people.
Right? It's like they're the same hairstyle, same voice, same everything.
Again, it was done. It was very cute and innocent and sweet, and it was fun. And even though you knew, you were like, "Come on, you guys are clueless," you still loved it.
Yeah.
And it made it fun to watch.
It's as you said, like the Superman syndrome, man. No one can figure out who these people are, even though you see them every day.
And perfectly voiced by Christina V.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce Papenbrook, who we also know as Aaron from Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And I think Hinata in Haikyuu.
Oh, yeah.
So he does a lot of voices.
And it's ironic because Miraculous was originally supposed to be like a 2D or even anime series. Mm-hmm. But they were more concerned about how it would appeal to people. One, for kids because of how anime is now. Mm-hmm. And two, the story was actually vastly different from what we're seeing now. Mm-hmm. It was intended to be for teens, which is why there are teens here. It was going to be for teens. Adrien wasn't really nice, but she was clueless and still liked him. Mm-hmm. And then the thing would be they would turn to superheroes at night, and their personalities would change when they would put on the costumes. Like, yeah, he would be aloof and she would fawn over him, and then it was reversed when they would put on the costumes, and it was even more action oriented. Mm-hmm. You can even see this stuff online on the official site when they have the web series or when they have the original animation tests.
Then we got season 2, as you mentioned, and it got a little darker, where we had a 5-year-old girl who actually got close to getting the Miraculous.
Right, that was Mama's favorite.
Whoa.
Right, and then the villains, even though their names, most of their names are kind of like
puns.
Yeah, and like, how long did you sit and think about these names? Because you have one called Guitar Villain. You didn't even come up with anything.
I guess instead of Guitar Hero, Guitar Villain.
It was like, okay then. But when they had it for season 2, like you said, it got much darker, and Hawk Moth was getting closer to getting the Miraculous, and you found out his identity, which made the story even more interesting.
And you found out more about the other Miraculouses that existed,
right,
and the guardian of them.
Right, they even got all the lore and everything was finally starting to be unveiled, and you got more backstory what's going on with Adrien and stuff. So a lot of stuff was finally being revealed. Now that they have more time to give the story and the lore and everything, because season 1 was just basically showing you what they're doing for 26
and it was
episodes.
Fun and lighthearted,
right?
But they did still manage to leave a lot of lightheartedness in here and fun parts, and just a lot of humor, even though the villains were getting more serious and it got darker in what was happening. Now, one of the pun names you liked was Lila, the Lion Girl. Yeah,
and I didn't even realize that was it. She was supposed to, they thought she was another Miraculous holder, and turned out she was lying. And her whole talent and gist is that she lies about everything, and people believe her because she's so convincing.
And her name is Lila.
Yeah.
And her villain name is...
Well, she pretended to be, it was a fox. It was a fox-like hero. Unfortunately, the name's not coming to me. I know,
but just
Marinette,
her name enough, her real name being Lila, and she lies.
Right, like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that was actually very, that was clever.
Right. And you saw Marinette begin to be a little more...
crazy.
Okay, crazy, and also have a little more difficulty in handling her love for Adrien and her friends. Like, girl, you should tell him. And Lila with the lying and trying to separate them. And then they also meet the girl that he fences with.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What was her? Kagami, that was her name. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you have Chloe, who is the mean girl who can actually be heroic at times, which you couldn't believe.
Yeah, so she's got all these little complicated subplots and relationships with these people where she starts freaking out and spazzing and everything. Right. And Adrien's like, are you okay?
Right.
Is everything okay, Marinette?
Like, yeah, like, okay, you need to calm down.
And then also, you got to see... is it Plague?
Plague and Tiki?
Yes. There was more of them being involved again because of the backstory of the other Miraculous. And you got to see more of their personalities and characters and how they were actually building friendships with Adrien and Marinette.
Right. And as it goes on, you get revealed the story and why Hawk Moth, like I said, this season revealed Hawk Moth's identity.
Season 3.
Right. And why he wants the Miraculous in season 2 as well. And they even introduced a new villain at the end of season 2 with a 2-parter because they started having more grander episodes with them. And then it's getting into
season 3.
Yes,
it's really dark.
Yeah, it starts to become more like something you would see here, because like we said, this is made in France.
Maybe it's the Disney influence.
It's very, very possible, and with them involved, we don't know how many more seasons this show will have. It might stop after season 4. Now, you can see the show on Netflix. It's gonna say 5 seasons, but it's only 3 right now. We don't know if it's gonna go beyond 4 because Disney has their sort of limit, or they're gonna make exceptions since they only own part of it. Mm-hmm. But for season 3 is when, as Mama would say, all the crap happens at the same time.
And you got some really exceptional episodes, even though they were dark. You got to meet a few more characters. They started letting you know that, hey, we're going to throw some extra people in here. We're going to throw Kagami that likes Adrien. We're going to throw in Nino.
No, Luca.
Thank you. That likes her, and we're going to create some conflict
like,
here.
oh no, a star.
And we're going to make you think they're going to be together. Then we're going to make you think they're not. Then we're going to make you think. And it was like, come on, you made this canon all this time. Why you always got to throw in third and fourth wheel?
Right.
Let us have our ship.
Right. Like it's Star versus Force of Evil all over again. Mm-hmm. We got to wait until the very end before you actually do it.
And there were some really amazing plot twists that we can't have spoilers. Right. But yeah, there are some twists in this season if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. They really were throwing in all the stops this season. Mm-hmm. And we had mentioned that they get more Miraculous holders later. Mm-hmm. All these sorts of animals and stuff, they get more revealed. A lot of the holders are revealed and the powers. And where they have more outlandish villains and plots, and there are even points where the people that are being akumatized would turn on Hawk Moth. And definitely need to mention, like you said, we can't go into detail about all of them because there's just so much really good stuff that happens. One episode in particular you have to mention because this is something that's been in the fandom for a while. There was a theory for a long time prior to season 3 that either Ladybug or Cat Noir would be akumatized. Mostly Cat Noir, and he would become Cat Blanc. Then they revealed the episode title that they finally would do an episode like that.
And then you'll find out when you watch it which one it happened.
Right. And they were thinking, okay, they thought the personality would be different. It would be more severe or serious compared to the new one. And then when you watch it, oh my gosh, it was like it was a roller coaster.
It was a nightmare. It was like a nightmare scenario.
Right. Yeah. It's like everything you think will happen in the show just all happens in one episode. So it was so good.
We watched it 2 times in a row immediately.
Right. It was just like, you said, I want to see it again. What? I want to see it right now. All this crap happened at the same time. We need to see this all over again. It was like probably the darkest episode to date. Mm-hmm. And so if you get to season 3, all the way to season 3, you definitely got to watch the Cat Blanc episode.
Yes, so if you are a fan of this show and you've been watching from the beginning, or if you just began watching and you've caught up, or if you've been curious about it and want to know if it's worth watching, yes it is. Let us know what you think in the comments below and check it out on Netflix. All the seasons are currently available on Netflix.
Right. And that's the only way you're going to watch it because I don't know what's going on with the reruns. I can't seem to find anything past season 2 on TV.
On demand, right.
Right. And be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on Paws Podcast.
Yes.
So.
And if the show continues, we will be covering season 4.
And beyond if it goes that far.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Mask Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace and time to de-evilize. Or, as she said, time to de-evilize.
All right. Lucky Charm!
Flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. Who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. With her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket. Give it to you later on in the form